Today I'm bringing you another Spread a Day video. I'll be reading for days 3 through 7, and today I'm not going to be reading for myself. I'm going to be reading for some wonderful volunteers from Tumblr, so thank you if you volunteered to have your spread read for you. They don't know necessarily which day they're getting assigned according to when they volunteered. So this is going to be exciting for everyone, I imagine. I'm going to be reading from the intuitive prompts, pulling a single card for each of them. Now, for this reading, I'm going to be using the Magical Forest Tarot. What I love about this deck is that it's got the cutest little creatures in it. And it's vaguely, mostly, it's pretty on course with a lot of the Rider-Waite imagery. Me, I'm not a big fan of Rider-Waite, but I understand the importance of it. And if I have to read with a Rider-Waite styled deck, then this is one of my favorites. What you may also see on the table is my storage deck and container. I've written about this before, but this is one of my favorite little tricks. It's one of those book hollowed out cases that you can get from craft stores, and it easily contains a deck as well as any crystals you may want to put inside. And with this deck, I keep quartz and a little chunk of raw amethyst. You may also notice as I'm reading, I do not have the packs. I just work doing scenic painting in theater and things like that. So if you wonder throughout this video why I have all kinds of marks on my arm, that's actually from my work today. So let's jump into these readings and see how they go. So this prompt is for the word possibilities, and the reading is for Vampy Vamp. Now, I know I said I was only going to be pulling one card, but the cards do what the cards do. So as I was shuffling, as I was cutting through the cards, two cards jumped out, and, well, they seem very fitting and seem like a message that they definitely want you to hear. So here's the first thing. We've got the Four of Cups. As you can see in this card, we have three perfectly good cups in front of you. We have one cup over here being offered to you, literally on a cloud, like it's being handed to you. But this little bunny rabbit, i.e. you, don't want any of it. There's some great things in front of you, and there's some things that are coming your way that are great, but it doesn't necessarily seem like something that you want. And as far as possibilities are concerned, you have several possibilities to be able to explore and to try out. And this card is showing that you have these opportunities and these possibilities in your life, but it's just not the right thing for you. And I'm wondering if it's the right time for you. I say that because I've got the Death card here. And I feel like some of the I don't want to do this that we're seeing right here is probably because in this card we see that something is coming to a close and you're probably digging in your feet about it and you're not ready to give up on that thing. You're not opening yourself up to those possibilities. The Death card shows that we can have new opportunities, new possibilities, and it certainly connects right here where we see a possibility, an opportunity, something being given to you. But I wonder how ready you are for it yet, and if the thing that you're holding on to has passed yet. And if you're still in this period of maybe loss and mourning and aren't ready to open yourself up to those new possibilities. This reading is for Ruby-Throated Blasphemer. This is for day 4, the prompt being festive. Now, when we think of festive, we tend to think happy, parties, that sort of thing, or at least I do. But I gotta say, when I was shuffling, that wasn't the feeling I was getting. And I divine while I shuffle. And what I found is that as I was cutting through my deck, I was having groups that did not want to go back into the deck. And it created some struggle and some obstacles for me as I was going through and trying to feel out the cards for you. This is the set that felt right. And I know I said I was only going to pull one card per person, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do and what the cards tell you to. So, as I was shuffling, I was already feeling some sense of obstacles. What I was also noticing when I pulled the cards is this one. Here we have the Eight of Wands. We have 8 sticks that are blocking our view to this nice, lovely house, that are blocking our path, that are stopping us from seeing and getting to this nice, warm card. Wands represent our passions, represent our creativity, and I'm wondering if you're having blocks in that area right now that's preventing you from being able to be a little bit more festive. Now, that being said, this card tells us why I was feeling the things I was feeling from my deck. This card tells me how you might be able to get more festive in the future. And the card is Temperance, which maybe isn't necessarily a card associated with partying or festiveness or things of that nature. But, when we're already blocked from maybe too much, this card reminds us baby steps. Try things in a balance. Keep one foot on the ground, but try one foot in the water. Try to find that balance. Work what you're doing. The sun is rising. Everything is going great. And I feel like you've got that fire going on for you. What you need to do is learn how to temper it with some water. And that temperance is what's going to make the festive side way more successful for you. This reading is for White Witch Diana. This is for day 5. The key word here is negativity. Now, when I was shuffling for you, what happened was I started doing my usual cuts. I even got to a point where it fell open in a V like this. And I felt and I went, yes, that's it. But as I was pulling the card out, I went, no, that's not it. Do you want to know what? I just need the next card. And I went to pull the next card and I went, yes, this is it. And then I went, no, that's not it. And I did this about a good 10 times. I tried finding a new spot and did the exact same thing. So for you, I don't have a card. Instead, what I have is divination based solely on the interpretation of what I was feeling while shuffling for you, especially as it relates to negativity. And I feel like you want to say yes. You want to take that card. You want to take the risk. You want to express yourself, but you haven't figured out how to say yes to it yet. And I feel like that's what's playing into that keyword of negativity, is that you haven't figured out how to say yes to that card that is going to speak to you and to that thing in your life that is going to move you. And what I would say is, don't be afraid. Don't let the fear of saying yes stop you. The next time you find yourself in a situation where you're going to say yes, but then something makes you go no, take that yes and figure out what this card says. This reading is for Is That How You Get Ants Berry? This is for day 6, and the keyword here is quiet. Now, as you can tell, I didn't shuffle traditionally. Spirit moved me to spread all of my cards out and just pick and feel around what card felt right. Sometimes spirit moves us to do some weird things, and this is one of the stranger things spirit has compelled me to do. But, in a strange way, it makes sense. Given that our keyword is quiet, I couldn't shuffle. I couldn't make the cards riffle together. And cutting makes noise. Riffling makes noise. Spreading your cards around and then quietly sitting in the quiet and feeling out for the right card is kind of what the prompt made me think of. And I realized this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. Now, I swear I shuffled, and you can tell I shuffled. So, this is the second time today that I've gotten the Temperance card. So, in getting this card for you, this is telling me a couple of things. And one of the things it told me was go check out your book because there's going to be something in here that I want you to hear. And it's true. Let me read the description for you. To heal diseased animals, winged sheep draws water from the fountain of life and casts a spell with 2 golden goblets. Water flowing from the fount, I ask not life for myself. Drink here while facing into the sun, and you shall be healed. What this is telling me in relation to the prompt and in relation to you is that you need to take some time in quiet reflection, heal yourself, heal what's around you, work on that sense of healing, and find that quiet within. Take that time to work the magic that you have if you work magic, or just work your own personal good times and feelings and all of that fun sort of stuff. But really sit in the quiet and work on healing and what that means to you. This reading is for full metamorphosis. This is for day 7, the keyword being success. Now, I gotta say, this was the easiest shuffle out of all of them. It was super easy to just let them riffle together, to cut through them. This card literally popped right out. So, I have a message to give you about success. This card, it's the 9 of Pentacles. This card, it's got a cute little fox on it too, but this card always makes me sit back and think, reap the rewards of all the hard work that you've been doing. Throughout the Pentacles suit, we see all kinds of hard work that these people, that these foxes in particular in this deck, have put into growing things and building things. And this is one of the cards that always makes me sit back and think, yeah, I did it. All of these great things, all of the hard work I put into it, it was worth it. And this card as well shows me that I can go into the future with all of this experience that I have, with all of this hard work that I did, and just build off of that. This is a great card to pull for success. And I hope that it tells you that you can use the things that you've already done, build on the things that you've already accomplished, and really truly use them for your personal success to help you out in the future. I've been having some tough shuffles all day long, and this was the first easy one. Success shouldn't be something that comes hard to you. It should be something that you build off of, and it will come, and it will be fun, and it will be great. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in once again. If you were one of the lucky volunteers who got your cards read, I would really appreciate it if you'd leave some feedback. It helps me grow as a reader. It helps all readers grow so that we know what we read for, how well we did, if things made sense to you, etc. I'm particularly interested to see how you all feel I do with video readings since this is something new to me. In any case, I look forward to hearing back from you guys, And I hope that if you did not have your cards read, that maybe you enjoyed listening to me ramble for a while about the different prompts. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next round of my Spread a Day videos.